Hey guys.
Hey, how are y'all?
Good. How are you?
Good. Okay, here I am. Hi.
Hi.
Get a computer.
All right. I was trying to minimize this so I could see my discussion. Usually I can. There we go. Okay. So y'all have the discussion too, where y'all had picked either a functionist lens or I can't talk today. Conflict lens.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody wants to go first?
I can go first.
Oh, see. Okay.
I leaned more to think more like Karl Marx. And let me see why. Yes, his belief of, that the inequality, was due to like race, or how it wasn't equal across, and so one sector got everything while the other people who actually need the help and support got nothing.
Okay. I'm writing this down for. So I was like kind of torn whenever I was reading both of them because I felt like I was a little bit of both, the functionalism and the socialism one, conflict lens or whatever. And I had put the functionalism point because I feel like if everyone has a part in society and everybody follows through with their part, that will continue to function. Like how the government provides education for our children, and then our children grow up to be productive members of society. Then they can care for and support their own families. I put the families rely on schools to provide education, which produces children who grow up to be educated and have good jobs. Everybody does their part, the world will continue and be successful. If one area is lacking, we'll need to adjust or import products to make it run smoothly and efficiently again. And I put that it was more of a problem/solution approach.
I view everything through functionalism. I look at society as a team where everybody has a role and they work together for a good of a team. And I was not for conflict theory because conflict theorists see society as a competition where different groups are always trying to win for more for themselves.
Yeah, I think I lean more in that direction. Also, kind of like what Kayla said. I think that everybody kind of has a role, and if everybody is kind of participating, then it does work out. But of course, then you have so many situations that also cause people to not be able to do those roles. So I think that's where things definitely get a lot more complicated. I don't know. It's tough because I definitely can see both sides because I should have pulled up my conversation, but I think I wrote something along the lines of, I think I'm an eternal optimist for one. So I just always feel like, you work hard, everything's, going to work out. But I also definitely think that there's some deep rooted things in our society that makes that harder for certain groups of people. So
Right.
I can really see both sides of that. I definitely, I think part of the question too was like how you were raised. And so I thought a lot about that. It really made me think about like my parents and my grandparents. And I was definitely raised where, you kind of like you work hard. And if you don't, one of my dad's favorite sayings growing up was life isn't fair. And I knew what that meant. You know, that meant either you just deal with it, or you get over it, or you work to do something about it.
I was
So
raised the same.
Yeah.
Me too.
And I was
I
told
guess
that
it comes
often.
down to
Life's
what-
not fair.
Yeah, well, there's a difference between being fair and having equity. And so with functionalism, that's kind of what it happens. Like all these opportunities you guys are talking about, they don't apply to everyone because not everyone has that opportunity. So it's, where you can say, oh, if you work hard, like it'll happen. But look at Jim Crow, look at the redlining, all those things are
Right.
things that
Right,
you
and
think about.
I mean,
If
I
everybody's
understand
not
that, but
starting
we're
at the same point.
not
I'm
living in
sorry.
a Jim Crow world either. I
What?
think we're not living in a Jim Crow world either.
What makes you think that?
I mean, the opportunities available within hard work and for everybody. I agree. I mean, I'm not. Never mind.
Well, I mean, and I get that because that's kind of like your reality, but it's not for everyone, especially for communities of color. We don't have the same opportunities, so it's kind of, offensive that for you to say that just work hard. Everybody's given the same opportunities. They're not. We're
And I
not
don't mean
given
it by that, but if you're going to use an example of Jim Crow, we're not living in a Jim Crow world. That was years
Well,
prior.
Well, not you, but people are living with, racist housing laws. That's still part of it. It is. You might not see it because you're white, so it doesn't happen to you. We see it in our community. We see it all the time.
I
So
think,
can't really say it's not happening because it is.
no, I just said we're not living in a Jim Crow world.
Yeah, I guess I see her point. Like, I get you. Like, we maybe cannot understand it from your perspective, but like, okay, let's just take this for instance. Like, we're all in this college program. Like, we all have this opportunity to become teachers to make ourselves better, right? Like, I mean, I was adopted. My parents didn't have an education. My dad went to second grade, but I either work hard and get better. Like, I didn't come from money. I didn't come from anything. Like, my dad's 93 years old. Like, so I get it's easy to say because white people have better opportunities, but like not all of us came from rich white families. So
Right.
I guess
But
you
your
can.
skin color does not make it harder for you. So like that's one thing that you don't have to worry about.
Right, but like we all can have a job and start somewhere. It's like right now we all have this great opportunity, to become teachers, to become better, work in our community and better ourselves. So I get your point too, but I get her point as well. Like we all can overcome challenges and work hard to be better than we were. And I understand like it wasn't fair, and trust me, I get that. I'm not trying to say it's not, but I think what she's trying to say is like nowadays it might still be hard, but there are ways we can overcome things and work to better ourselves in any situation,